My name is Kay, and the reason I'm making this video is because of the dogs that you see in the background. Normally when I take them for a walk, I'm pretty concerned when we go because I'm afraid of dogs that are off leash. I know when I walk the dogs, I'm walking a dog. I know when I walk the dogs, other dogs off leash see this, and it institutes the prey drive. So then I got to talking to other people, and they all seem to have a story that's not always a good story about a dog that's off leash. My vet was telling me about a lady that had a Maltese in a canvas carrier, and another dog came inside the carrier, pulled the dog out and killed it. So I got to thinking what I could come up with. So I've come up with what I think is the safest thing to take on a walk to protect your dogs if you come across dogs that are off leash. Okay, what I came up with is the umbrella stroller that I had in the garage. One of these hard, durable crates, animal carriers, and this one just happened to fit exactly in it. I like it when the little gate opens this way and this comes back towards the handle. I put a jar of water in case I get hot or need a drink on the walk. Here's a pillow. Put this in here. Put the jar underneath there so they're not sitting on the jar. Here's a sack with the necessaries to pick up whatever and then bring it back to the house. Get rid of it after your walk. Kind of the nice thing about having little dogs. Not much to pick up. And here's a treat thing. So if I'm trying to teach them anything or reward a behavior, I've got the treats right here, and I just hooked that right here on the back of the carrier. Now I'm going to show you the application of the dog going into the carrier. First of all, you want to take the treats that you train your dog with and get the dog used to doing it. So this is Carly. You want to go head first, not feet first, because they can't see where they're going and they don't like it. So if you go in head first, and give her a little treat. That's a good girl. And you do that a couple times. She knows what to expect. Now, let me say something about retractable leashes. I don't use them. I don't like my dog getting that far away from me. But you'll notice that I have a harness on Carly. Yorkies are known for a real sensitive trachea, so you don't want to put your pressure on that. So when I have this, it spreads the pressure all around her body. So if I see something that I don't like, I can pull her to me quick without hurting her, and I can get her up, and I can dive her into the thing, and shut the door, and lock it. And if you time that, that was probably 4 seconds or less. She's not stressed, she's not upset, she's not hurt, she's safe. Now when I take the dogs for a walk, if this had been on a retractable leash and she'd been 10 feet away from me and I try to have to reel her in, I'm losing valuable seconds to get her back and then get her picked up, get her in here. So that's one reason I don't use the retractable leash. Let me say this, from having, I've exercised this a lot. I've taken this out and field tested it a lot. Sometimes I don't use it at all. There's times I'll use it 2 and 3 times on the walk, depending on the circumstances. And what I did learn is the minute that you feel uncomfortable about any situation, pick the dog up and put the dog in the carrier. Don't wait to have a conversation with a neighbor. Don't wait to second guess yourself. Pick the dog up and put the dog in the carrier, because it's just as easy when the situation turns out to be in control. Take the dog out again. Also, when you do anytime you put the dog in the crate, when you dive, I'm calling it diving the dog. Put the dog in the crate. Always lock the door. And there's 2 reasons for that. Say you're talking to a neighbor and the door's not closed, the dog can get out of there. You don't want the dog to jump out and hurt itself. And number 2 is if you have an aggressive dog and you've got your small dog in here and they attack and knock the crate over, even if they knock the whole thing over, the dog is locked inside and the big dog can't go through here to get your dog. So it's just the safest. If you ever put them in, close the door until you're ready to get them out. Another thing, once you have the dog in the crate, If the bigger dog, the larger, the aggressive dog, continues to attack and your dog is safe in here, that gives you the opportunity to take care of yourself. You don't have to worry about the dog. It's safe. Your puppy's safe. Well, I call it, they're grown, I just call them puppies. That way, you can either take measures to get yourself out of harm's way, or if the dog is being aggressive, you can actually put this between you and the dog, almost as in a defensive type of a thing. Also, when you're walking, even though you've scoped out 180 degrees as you walk, occasionally look behind you, just in case there's been a dog that's seen y'all go by, gotten out of the fence, bolted out of the front door. Sometimes a threat might come from behind. I have found, I thought I would originally push this when I came up with the idea, but I found out with these double wheels in the front, it's just not, it doesn't work for me. But if I turn it around, walk the dog on this side or this side and put the carriage on, and I pull it, it is the easiest thing in the world. I have found out that one of the times that you might want to push it is if you take somebody on a walk with you that might need some extra assistance, like a walker. When Mother walks with me, she'll push this thing. I'll walk beside her with the dog, and this gives her a little extra walking assistance, like if she had a walker or a cane or something. So this might be handy for an older person that lives alone and hasn't walked their dog because they need this extra assistance. So you got killed two birds with one stone. Like I said, I've taken this out on several walks with several of the dogs. Since I have 4 dogs, you saw, I have to walk each one separately. So I've had a lot of strange looks and a lot of strange conversations, but the minute I demonstrate the concept, people get it just like that. As far as the construction of this, it could certainly be made more streamlined, probably lighter, probably at ease of diving the dog in. So please feel free to steal the idea. If you make any money off of it, I'm glad for you. If you feel guilty about it, then go ahead and give 10 or 15% to your local shelter. But please, use the idea. If it saves one life, it's worth it.